Hello, I'm Sarah Martin, the Student Services TOSA here in Palm Springs Unified, and this video, PD, is focusing on de-escalation strategies. When we talk about de-escalation strategies, we mean the process of diffusing conflicts as they begin in order to prevent them from getting worse. Something for classroom teachers to note is that prevention is the most effective intervention adults can employ for addressing behaviors that interfere with learning. The more proactive adults can be in supporting students who demonstrate these behaviors, the more successful they will be in helping students learn and maintain new skills. Here is a simple visual of the escalation cycle. We begin in a calm state until something triggers us. Next, we become agitated and/or frustrated, and often our behaviors begin to escalate or accelerate until we reach the peak. When using the de-escalation strategies that we will be talking about today, our goal is to employ them before the student has reached his or her peak in the escalation cycle. Now let's take a look at some foundational de-escalation strategies. First, move the student to a private area. If it seems safe to do so, move the student away from peers and into a private area to talk. Be empathetic. Focus on understanding the student's feelings. Whether you think those feelings are justified or not, they are very real to the student. Respect personal space. Allowing personal space of 1.5 to 3 feet tends to decrease a person's anxiety. Remember to stay neutral. Keep your tone and body language as neutral as possible. Focus on the thoughts. Some students may have trouble identifying how they feel. And allow silence. By letting silence occur, you are giving the student a chance to reflect on what is happening and how they'd like to proceed. It's important to note that adult responses to student behavior can serve to either escalate or de-escalate their behavior. When adults use effective de-escalation techniques as a student's behavior is becoming more intense, they have a unique opportunity to prevent intense behavioral responses. When considering the de-escalation process, it's also important to look at some skills that we want to pre-teach the student, including self-monitoring and self-regulation. Here are some ideas for you to read for self-monitoring and self-regulation skills. When working on our de-escalation strategies, here are some additional tips. Practice active listening. Pause and engage in active listening to show that you are listening to the student and that you understand and respect their feelings. Avoid overreacting. Stay calm, rational, and professional. While you cannot control the student's behavior, how you respond can affect whether the situation escalates or diffuses. Allow time for decisions. When a person is upset, they may not be able to think clearly. Give them a few moments to think through the situation. Additionally, remember to validate the student's feelings. Use language that validates their feelings and not their behavior. You can say things such as, "I can see that you are upset, sad, scared, etc." Or, "Here's what I'm hearing you say." Also, be sincere in trying to resolve the situation through your words and actions. Additionally, know and be able to implement a student's IEP, BIP, or 504 plan if behavior interventions are specified. Follow the specific responses or accommodations that are individualized for the student, especially with regard to necessary adult support or approaches that best meet the needs of that student. Also, ignore any challenging questions from the student and focus only on working with the student toward a calm solution. While working towards de-escalation with a student, try to avoid the following: overwhelming the student with conversation, additional sensory stimulation, or people, power struggles, or threats of consequence. Try to avoid arguing, interrupting, or setting demands, telling the student not to be upset or angry, etc. Avoid making statements of judgment about the student or using generalizations. Also, avoid pleading, nagging, yelling, or making physical contact with the student. Thank you for taking the time to watch this PD video. Please reach out if you have any questions or comments.